So you're just asking, like, in a DCF, why do you have to discount it back by the number of years? Is that what you're asking?
And just that like 6 months aspect of it, I'm a little bit confused on that.
So the mid-year convention.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to break out my whiteboard for this. Give me 1 second. So, first of all, discounting, right? So in a DCF, oops, the concept is that you have to discount back your cash flows, right? But and the reason we discount back the cash flow is like the idea is that the value of a business is basically just the sum of all the future cash flows that this business will generate, right? It's kind of like if I told you I was going to give you $100 a month for the next 12 months, and I asked you how much would that be worth, you would say, oh, that's worth $1,200, right? It's the same idea. So if I told you, hey, you can own this business that's going to generate $100 a month, for the next 12 months, like how much is this business worth? Like most people would say $1,200, right? Because you're going to get $100 a month for 12 months. Now, the other concept is time value of money, right? Where a dollar today is worth more than a dollar tomorrow, right? Because like if I told you, hey, I'll give you $100 today, or I'll give you $100 a year from now, which one would you rather have? You would rather have $100 today, right? Because if I give you $100 today, you can go and invest that money, right? Oops. So $100 today versus $100 1 year from now, right? Everyone would choose this every single time. Because why? You can go invest $100 today such that 1 year from now, it's going to be worth more than $100, right? Like even if I put it in some super safe investment that's going to pay me just 5% a year, a year from now, I'm going to have 105 versus just 100, right? So that's why a dollar today is worth more than a dollar tomorrow. And so when you're adding up all the future cash flows of a business, you have to discount all of the future cash flows back. And the further out the cash flow is, the more you have to discount it, right? Because the further out it is, let's assume all the cash flows were $100. The further out the cash flow is, the less valuable it is, right? Now, coming to your question then, which is the mid-year convention. So typically, if you don't do the mid-year convention, then what happens is, if we say, okay, we're going to discount, like if we say this company has $100 of cash flow every year into perpetuity, okay? When you discount it back in the DCF without doing mid-year convention, what you're actually like, you're discounting the first year's cash flow back by 1 year, right? And then you're discounting the second one back by 2 years. And the third one, you're discounting back by 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? But what this is really saying is, and then there's like year 0, okay, which is today, right? So let's pretend, what are we right now? 2021, right? Let's say right now we're at the end of the year, 12/31/2021, okay? When you discount it without doing the mid-year convention, what you're saying is this cash flow is happening at the end of the first year, which is 12/31/2022. You're saying this is happening at 12/31/2023. This is happening at 12/31/2024. This is 2025. This is 2026. Oops. Okay. So that's fine, but in reality, if you think about a business, and the way they generate their free cash flow, most of the time, they're like making a little bit of money every day throughout every single day of the year, right? Most businesses don't just make all of their money on the last day of the year and then do nothing for the first 364 days, right? So by discounting the cash flow this way, you're essentially saying the $100 is always coming in on December 31st of every single year.
Oh, okay.
Which doesn't make sense, right? So by doing the mid-year convention, all you're doing is you're saying, no, we're gonna do 630 of every year. Oops. 630 of 23, 630 of 24, so on and so forth, right? 630 of 25, 26. Why do you use 630? Because that's halfway through the year. That's like the midpoint of the year. And why do you choose the midpoint? Because if there were 365 days in a year, let's pretend this $100 cash flow is actually like $365 of free cash flow per year, just for ease of calculation. Okay. I can basically say it's $1 a day for 365 days. Right. And then if I were to discount all of these back by the exact number of days back to present value, you can just take the average or the midpoint, which is going to be 630. Right. It's like if the entire cash flow just came in halfway through the year on that one day, then you would that's like a more fair way to calculate like the discount period. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got it. So it's pretty much like the first, like for example, like the first year, the whatever amount was received on the last day of the year would be discounted at a heavier discount rate than what would be received like in the middle of the year, pretty much. And that's what it accounts for.
So okay. Now your denominator, the exponent in your denominator is 0.5 lower, right? So that means the denominator is going to be smaller, which means that cash flow is going to be worth more, which means you're going to get a higher sum when you sum everything up, which means you get a higher valuation, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.